Brought to you by Rockwood, building better RVs, making smarter RVers.
What are some of the biggest screw-ups that you see RVers make after they purchase their RV? I mean, is it they overload it? Is they don't do their proper maintenance? What are the biggest screw-ups that you see RVers make that have purchased an RV?
Not listening to their wife when their wife tells them they're close to a tree.
I think you're right. I think you're exactly right.
You know, there's a T-shirt I've seen out there. It's like, love is staying together after backing up the trailer. And we posted that on our Facebook page, and it got more engagement than anything we've probably ever had because everyone can relate to it, right? So, yeah, not everyone's used to pulling a large trailer behind them and backing in a large trailer. So I know one of the things can be, getting into brush that you shouldn't get into. But another big thing is loading. How do I load my trailer? Where do I want to put everything? Ideal towing is you want to have about 12 to 15% of your weight, of your total trailer weight, on your tongue, and that's going to pull better. Mm-hmm. If you've got too much weight in the back, that trailer is not going to pull as well as it should. You're going to have a little bit of the tail wagging the dog scenario. So, again, that's another thing where you can go on YouTube and find videos on how to properly load your trailer and how to properly do the small maintenance items. I think another big thing, too, is checking tire pressures. And so that's one. Before every trip, you should inspect all your tires for sure. Make sure they're inflated properly. That's one of the reasons we've now done a tire pressure monitoring system standard. It makes you check that. It tells you if you haven't checked it. But I think that's a big one there. And then another common thing is just seals, checking your seals. A lot of people think about the warranty on the roof and say, okay, it's got a 12-year roof membrane warranty. I don't have to do anything to it. Well, no, that 12-year membrane is just on the membrane itself. It's not on the seals. It's not on everything else up there. That's an item that you want to get up there and check 3 to 4 times a year and make sure that it's all still intact. Water comes from up to down, and it's going to start at the roof. And if you don't check your roof, you can have have some of those issues.
And by the time you see a crack, an opening in the roof, it could be too late. That's why you say get up there 3 or 4 times a year, or have someone do it, because when it's too late, it can become very expensive. Talk with me about warranty issues, Anthony. In terms of warranties and claims, I read in these forums how people they get angry because they feel they're getting the runaround from the dealer or the runaround from the manufacturer, and they drag out the process. Where are we as an industry in terms of getting parts and how long it takes to get things fixed? Because I hear some stories I don't want to hear. Right,
for sure, and I'd be a fool to think that we can't improve as an industry. I know we can even improve as a division here, and it's something that we've been working to not only hire more staff to be able to field the increased demand that, more trailers are selling now than ever, so we know there's going to be more issues. So we're trying to staff more, but a lot of times I think it boils down to sometimes miscommunication. So anytime, I'd say one of the more common items to go bad in a trailer are your appliances. And those are all vendors that pretty much supply the entire industry. So whether you buy brand X or brand Y, they're all pretty much going to be using a Dometic fridge or, a Suburban water heater or something along the lines. There's, it's all going to be very similar. And a lot of times that communication falls short where, as the manufacturer, we go through the vendor for all information, but there's certain things we need from the dealership to be able to claim our own warranty with our vendor so that we don't have to just eat that entire cost. And so just building new trailers, we're running into some of those issues. It is something that is absolutely improving now, but yeah, there is a major part shortage, but our goal here is once we get those, we'll actually hold up a production model that's for stock for a dealer and send out a part or piece if we know we're short to then take care of a customer's unit that's waiting there at the dealership. So that's something just internally that we've decided to do. We'd rather hold up a stock unit than keep you and your family from camping for a couple weeks. So.
Yeah, I've heard horror stories about people that have dropped off their RV thinking it's going to take a week, maybe 2 to get fixed, and it turns into 2, 3, 4 months, and that they miss camping season. They got to make their payments, and it's you can't blame people for getting upset, and that's why
for sure,
and that goes back to the dealer situation, the relationship you have with the dealer. A good dealer will be honest with you and say, hey, it could be 3 months or whatever it happens to be, and at least right. It's not a surprise to you, the consumer.
Yeah, you'll still be upset that it's going to take that long, but having that transparency and having a relationship with a dealer, you're going to be more likely to get that transparency. So, it's something that we all don't want to have to think about, the service side of things. But in reality, it's something that if you own a car, if you own a trailer, if you really own anything with parts and pieces that are moving, it's the reality that eventually there's going to be something where servicing is involved.